I am at my aunt and uncle's, and there is no good place to film. I keep getting shadows on my face and everything because it's like 9 p.m. and there's not really good lighting. But I have been changing my mind about something that is a big life decision. I've been kind of going back and forth, trying to figure out where my heart wants me to be, but also like where logically am I supposed to go. And as I was driving the other day in what is currently my hometown, it's not really where I was raised, but it's where my family lives now, which is Harriman, Tennessee. I just was like, I don't want to be here. Like, those were the thoughts in my head. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to build a life here. I don't want to make friends here. I don't want to make community here. I just don't want to be here. And it's all true. I don't want to be there. Outside of living with my family, nothing there brings me complete fulfillment. Like, I don't want to build there. I don't want to get another job in that town. So then I was thinking maybe it's Alabama, because I just want a trip to Alabama where I have family. And it just felt so freeing, like all the land and stuff. It was so peaceful. So I was thinking maybe I need to go to Alabama. That's what it is. And I've been like zoned in on that for the past 3 weeks maybe. It's always been there kind of as a little thought, but really zoned in for the past 3 weeks. And then today, looking into it more, like I'm already accepted into the community college there. And I've already applied for an electrician apprenticeship program in Birmingham. But then just looking at the things like switching your driver's license and having to know the car stuff, like my car insurance is with my parents right now. So even that can be a little tough because like I don't want to have to pay my own car insurance, until I have to when I'm like 26, 25, whatever the age is, whenever I get off of all their things. And my grandma, like, she had this house on the market, right, in this more rural area outside of Chattanooga, which is where I was born and raised. I'm a Chattanooga, Tennessean, y'all. Chattanooga, Tennessean right here. And her house was on the market for 3 years, and it never sold. We already moved her into Harriman, where my family currently resides, where I don't want to be anymore. I don't want to be there. I feel like it has nothing for me. And she's packing up to move back into that house finally. And then a year later, once my father is done with his treatment for prostate cancer, because we don't want to mess with insurance, change of insurance with change of jobs and stuff, then my mom and dad will move into this house with her. And I think I'm moving there now. Like sooner than I expected. It's just, like, whenever I came to that conclusion, like, I felt my heart sink a little bit because this part of me knows that there's something in Alabama for me. My family has some land there, and I want to be able to make sure that it's taken care of. But also there's so much I don't know yet. I want to learn about like construction. I want to learn about horticulture. I want to learn more about herbalism. And whenever I was thinking about the logistics of it all, I'm like, okay, well, there's no kitchen in the place right now. Like our little off-grid cabin that we have, there's no kitchen. We kind of have like a makeshift water thing, waste management thing going on. No heated water. And limited electricity if it's not running off a generator. And for what I want to do, like herb-wise and stuff, which is make like cosmetic products and stuff for people that are infused with herbs, I need to be able to follow like cottage food laws, Alabama, or Tennessee Food Freedom Act, Tennessee. And you have to have like a home kitchen to do that. And sometimes I feel like I think so far ahead that like I feel like I need to be there right now, you know? And then I get like locked in on that and I'm thinking this is the only way, and it's like my brain just puts in a little switch like that. And then I realize, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong, and that is not the path I'm supposed to take. And I recently was in the city outside of Chattanooga that I'm looking to move into. And it felt peaceful. It was fun. I get to be closer to my sister. I would now be getting to live with my grandma, and a year down the line, my grandma and my mom and my dad, right next door to where my sister is. And that sounds nice. I would still get, there's more land there. I think my grandma has like 7 acres or so. So, like, it's a great place to start. And then I can enroll in the local community college there, which is like Chat State, if y'all have heard of it. And take little classes in construction and whatnot, and heavy machinery, even some lawn maintenance stuff. And it would give me about like 5 years to really figure it out. And in this time, we would be working on like making what we just call my family the cabin more livable, making that a place that we can go to more, because we have about like 43 acres there in Alabama. And I cherish that, and I feel like I need to be there. But also, I have other things that are really calling me that if I were to move there right now, I would be sacrificing those. And who knows if it would be too much up front that I would just fall back and not be there at all. And my dad, like, whenever I start talking to him about like my plans and stuff, he doesn't tell me what he truly thinks right off the bat, because it's like he knows me, he knows my thought processes, I guess, and will just let me come to the conclusions on my own, and then like be like, he won't say like I told you so, but he would be like, I think that would be best for the family. There's a cat scratching underneath the door. They don't like me, so I don't know why they're scratching. They won't let me pet them. And I mean, it's still spring right now. Summer isn't officially summer till I think like June is when officially summer is here. So I can still plant a few things if I get to like Chattanooga sooner rather than later. Help my grandma unpack and try to find some sort of job, I guess, there. Ugh. Working kind of sucks. Like, I want to be doing fulfilling work, you know? Like, doesn't everybody want to be doing something fulfilling? I want to be doing something fulfilling that adds value to people's lives. It's like, you know, whenever I was a barista, I would be able to justify that. I'd be like, you can do that. When I was a cashier at Walmart, I was able to justify that. I was like, I'm bringing little bits of value into everyday people's lives. You never know, really, though, like what saying good day to someone or actually like being curious about them, how that will impact their life for that day. Like little moments of joy have changed my life in really tough times. So every occupation, you can make it have meaning. It's just, I think that's the difference, is job versus occupation versus career. Not sure what job versus occupation, what that difference is, but like a job versus a career is something that you build in. It's like a path that you set out on and set towards. And a job is just something that you do for a paycheck, you know? I want a career, but I don't know for sure what I want a career in. I have all these interests, but all my interests seem like low-key kind of spread out. They're just, and then I have like these big interests where right now it's like, oh, I don't have the skills to do these things. How do we work on that? But I think I can work on it. It's just figuring out where to do it. I guess now I know. I'm moving back home. Moving back to where my grandma took care, well, my grandma and my grandpa at that time partially raised me and my sister while my mom and dad were off doing military stuff. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like, I'm not really excited. I feel like I'm slightly disappointed but relieved. I just wish I could just like pick my room up that I have created right now at my parents' house, just magically float it over to Chattanooga and be like, this is it, this is perfect. But I guess now I'll just finish out school. I'll just finish out my little school, get my little 4-year degree, and then tra-la-la-la all the way to Chattanooga. It's like 3.5 hours. Perhaps that says something. What? No, it's only an hour and a half. Yeah, Chattanooga's only an hour and a half. It's 3.5 hours from the farm my family has, and an hour and a half away from where my family currently lives, in Harriman. So, at least there's woods there. I need that. I need to see trees. I need to see trees, and I need to hear dogs barking, and I need to see the pollen hit the ground. I need people around me to be sneezing about the seasonal allergies. I need the natural water to be there. I need to see the icicles in the winter. And down the line, I need a greenhouse. I need a greenhouse. Or 2. That'd be nice. Yeah. Okay. That's it. There's my lousy moving update, I guess. As far as the apprenticeship goes, applications for the one in Chattanooga don't even open till January 2027. So I'll have to find something to do in the meantime. Something to do. Luckily, I am always doing something. If there's one thing about me, is that. Okay. Bye bye. XOXO. It's Audrey Rose.